Ciao everybody, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Julian Gennady and I'll be bringing to you today the Daily News Show, Wednesday, June 22nd. Basically a summary of what happened yesterday in the transfer blitz, and there was a bunch that happened, so we'll get right into it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. On Friday we will be announcing something, so be tuned for that. The way you stay tuned is you click the bell icon, like I said, and stay notified as always. So let's get into it right away. I also have something a little bit different to show you at the end of this video, so be prepared for that. So the first little bit of news is from Alfredo Padula. It's about a left back, not the one we want, but one we don't. It's more up in the air. Juventus have found their new left back. Juventus are close to signing Andrea Cambiaso, 3 million plus players. We don't know who the players are. Inter must respond immediately, otherwise Juve will close it by this week. I call BS because we don't do anything that fast, and this one came out of the blue, so this might be a lot longer than just by the end of this week, but stay tuned for that. Andrea Cambiaso, left-footed. I think the boys spoke about it yesterday on the live show. He can play. He has more capability of playing with both feet rather than Luca Pellegrini. Is he an improvement on Luca Pellegrini? I'm not going to say yes or no. I assume Luca Pellegrini is better at this point in their careers, or at this stage in their careers. But I guess we're banking on Andrea Cambiaso, one, being Italian, and two, hopefully the trajectory of his career and where he can be is at a higher ceiling than Luca Pellegrini. Or else why make this move? And why not wait for Udogie? That's my other issue with this. Why are we getting Cambiaso now when we could potentially wait for Udogie next year? So yeah, let me know what you think about Cambiaso down in the comment section below. Again, not sure. Are we jumping the gun on a young left back here because he's available, or should we wait for Udogie? Next, we'll move on to Matt Delit. This is from Alfredo Padula as well. Not Alfredo, as you see at the bottom there. Juventus would like to reduce Delit's salary to 7 million euros. So that's quite a significant drop-off. That's about 4 million compared to what he's getting now. The Dutchman, on the other hand, would like a 70 to 75 million euro release clause. When Pogba materializes, the defender renewal could be discussed. So that means when Pogba comes in to do his medical checks and his lawyer comes and obviously one of the Raiolas come and finalize everything on the contracts, they're going to sit down and talk about Delit as well. They are under the same agency, so makes sense. In terms of the 70 to 75 mil, that's less than what we bought him for. I don't know how much it's amortized over the years. If we make a economic profit off of it, you know, Juventus likes to do that in their press releases. Apparently, we made an 11.8 million euro positive economic effect for Demiral. So, if we were to sell Delit, I wonder how much of an economic or positive economic effect we'd have with that. But again, it's just, I see from his side or his point of view, Delit wants a choice. He doesn't want to be left hanging like the 120 million release clause right now. He wants a choice. And obviously some fans are not going to be happy with that. I know he's going to leave eventually, so it is what it is, in my opinion at this point. He's a ticking time bomb waiting to leave and waiting to explode, so it is what it is at this point. Just stays long. I hope he stays and he does well still. And we'll move on quickly to kind of the elephant in the room. It's Di Maria. So Giovanni Albanese, I don't know why we still use him. Gotta speak to Ali on that one. But the latest contacts between Angel Di Maria's entourage and the Juventus management have given further positive signals. And we're just going to add on to that because since we're using Giovanni Albanese, Ali also seems to be using Monblano right now. So Monblano said that he has said yes. Angel Di Maria has said yes to coming to Juventus. So we're expecting a here we go any minute now. We've been saying this for probably 6 or 7 weeks now. The coach's corner has been ready to go for 6 or 7 weeks, but it might be heating up. It might be over the line pretty soon. I assume he's almost done his holiday break. Again, good thing about if he signs is that it's cheap. It costs literally no fee. And we can address or put our other money into other positions, like maybe another midfielder, obviously another attacker, perhaps another center back. Maybe we sniff out Koulibaly. Who knows? But yeah, that is the positive of getting Di Maria. Also, he's very good, obviously. And the negative obviously comes along with, after the World Cup, how does he perform? Is his head going to be in at Juventus? Is he going to care? Or is this one head out the window already to Argentina to play under Carlos Tevez at Rosario? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm also assuming Argentina will go far, so he probably won't come back till January. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that transpires. Let's get him over the line first. Going on with Di Maria, more news from him. The arrival of Di Maria completed, and then a market opportunity could quietly pursued that leads to the footsteps of Zaniolo, considered by Allegri as a potential Mezzala. Zaniolo as an 8. Could you imagine? There's no chance. There's no chance Zaniolo's playing as an 8. Like, this is the biggest BS I've ever heard in my life. The guy's an attacker. The guy doesn't know how to track back. He's not, or like, there's no structure to his defensive game whatsoever. And just because Allegri's a defensive-minded coach doesn't mean he's going to get the best out of Zaniolo defensively. Like, it doesn't work like that. So Zaniolo as an 8, I don't buy this at all. I do buy that Juventus are kicking tires on Zaniolo still, and apparently Arthur is a potential swap partner. I don't know why Arthur wants to go there. Maybe Europa League, he realizes that's a standard. Maybe he realizes he needs a place in the world, or he needs a place to be playing all the time to contend for the World Cup team. And maybe they sort something out with Roma. That'd be great. Even if it's a loan deal both ways, even if it's a swap loan deal. If it's a swap loan deal just for a year, just to see what's going on, I would 100% do that. And then you figure it out next summer. Because then it gives you the opportunity to assess what Zaniolo can do. And that's like a trial run. And I 100% agree with that. So we'll see what happens there. And this didn't really mention Kostic. Interesting. I think Kostic is he's the next target after Di Maria. I think that's what he went on to go and say for Albanese, if I remember correctly. So we'll move on. Edin Dzeko. Dzeko could leave Inter. Valencia have inquired, while Juventus could become an opportunity. So Di Marzio kind of said that Valencia is not in the picture anymore. It came after Nico Schier's tweet. So Di Marzio, about like maybe an hour later, said Valencia are not in for him. So if Juventus want him, they can go get him. And as we all know, Allegri wants a backup number 9, physical, older, experienced, and he fits the bill. Same with Arnautovic, and we know Muriel's name's been out there. We know the type of guy that Allegri wants. Do we want to help out Inter? That's the question. Do we want to get them out of a jam up front? They just got Lukaku back. They have Martinez. They still have Dzeko. They still have Sanchez. They still have Correa. So do we really want to help them out and take one of their players and relieve them of the pressure? Or do we identify another player and just screw them? Dzeko's obviously good. Or not good. He'd be a good backup number 9. So obviously if he was on a different team, I'd take him 100% as a backup 9. I remember last year we were talking about him being as the number 9, like the starting number 9, and I was not about that. But as a backup, sure. But if we're helping out Inter for a backup player, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Would you want to help Inter out of a sticky situation just for us to have a backup player? I'm leaning more towards no. We'll move on to Rolando Mandragora, who apparently, so there are numbers associated with this from other sources, but Romeo Agresti said that we rejected an €8 million offer from Torino. And I thought, wow, is there actually a market for this guy? I would have taken the 8 million and ran with it. But it turns out that Fiorentina's offered 10.5 plus 1.5 in bonuses, equaling potentially a 12 million package, which is phenomenal. But yeah, so as Giovanni says, Fiorentina inquired about Mandragora, a situation to be monitored. Again, like I said, there's numbers reported later on in the day, and it was 10.5 plus 1.5. So we'll see with that. Obviously, you take it if they're offering it, and you let one of our fringe players go for double figure money. That's incredible business. We actually trying to and succeeding at selling players. It's weird. And then we go to the last bit of news with Miretti. It's from DiMarzio, and I don't know how I feel about this, but Juventus will meet Monza today to discuss Miretti. Miretti's currently at the U19 tournament, doing well. He got an assist yesterday, I believe, against Slovakia. I don't know how I feel about this. Obviously, it'd be up for a loan. We're not selling him to Monza, but if it's a loan and he's guaranteed first team minutes that he won't get at Juventus, because we sign Pogba, we sign another player, and you think Locatelli, Zakaria, McKennie are going to be fit, then I don't see Miretti playing much next year. So maybe if he gets Serie A minutes with Monza, it'd be beneficial. I think that might be a later on in the season kind of thing. So maybe they're just getting in contact right now to see what Juventus is thinking. But we have to see if we get that fifth pure, like fifth good center midfielder in. If we get 5 senior midfielders and then you keep Fagioli, that's 6 center midfielders, and I think you're okay with that. That means you would allow Miretti to go on loan. And let's not kid ourselves. Miretti cannot play 30 Serie A games next year. I'm not siding with Allegri saying experience, but Miretti's never done it before. He's never played professional football, a whole season of professional football. At Monza, let's see how he does. If he goes. If he's allowed to go, if it makes sense to go. So that's the news on that. The one thing I want to show you is I'm going to try and share my screen. Something I've never done on here before. But I'm going to try and share my screen. And as I do that, I'm going to have the classic members graphic up there. So consider being a member of our Bianconeri Zone channel. There's 3 tiers right there. Choose whichever one makes sense for you. And join our Discord group. Just message Alejandro or Justin and they'll get you right in there. We have good discussions daily and like throughout the day, not just during our lives. So it's good. It's a good time, good way to get into the community, Juventus and Bianconeri Zone community in particular. And Misak's always talking some crazy stuff in there. Hanin's giving some player updates and she has a list going. So it's good. It's a good time. And there's new stickers from Davide. So yeah, it's a good time. Check it out. So again, I'm going to try, let's see. Okay. So I've created a little bit of a spreadsheet here for just to keep up with the Juventus murmurings and names. So, and it's basically a balance sheet kind of thing as well. So you can see Federico Chiesa and Pogba are definite incomings. Obviously Chiesa's obligation to buy was triggered and it was 40 million euros from Fiorentina. So that means it's final, the type, like permanent. And then Pogba was free from Manchester United. And the type is incoming, outgoing. So you can see the list that we've made. Well, I've made. And it's a little thing just to keep track of where our players are at. Even some fringe youth players. As you can see, there's Franco Israel as well. I included Mohamed Hatarin. I included Berwato, who was just sold yesterday to Pisa. And Mondragora's in purple, obviously, because, because we don't know if it's for sure. And if it's green or red, that means it's more than done. It's pretty. You can almost write it in stone. So take a look at that. Let me know if I should continue that, continue this, and if it's good to bring up in videos like this one. I'm I think it's a good way to just keep track. And if I've missed someone, obviously let me know in the comments. And I didn't put Di Maria yet because I wasn't sure until like maybe 20 minutes ago as I recorded. So I just didn't know yet. But I might add him in right after this. So again, take a look. Let me know if it's a good idea to keep track of. And then we'll move on from there. And we'll do this maybe once a week and show people on lives, show other people in videos, whatever. So yeah, that's about it for today's video. I believe there's going to be a live at normal times. There's going to be another daily video from Justin to update you what happens throughout the day. And if there's a here we go, we'll be live right away. Excuse me. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Like this video if you liked what you saw today, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 3,000, pretty significant number. So thank you all for all your support. And yeah, hopefully Di Maria is coming soon. Ciao, everybody.